Hello, for those who don't know me, my name is Jonathan Peach, and I'm a local Christian in the Boston Church of Christ Metro Chapter. A few of my friends have asked me to put on my top 5 biblical marriage tips for men, and so without further ado, here it is. The first tip is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and on your own understanding do not lean. The opportunity is that continuously excellent relationships, beginning, foundation, middle, and end are all based on God. The second tip is Proverbs 25. The purpose in a man's heart, which is like deep water, a man of understanding will draw out. The first opportunity is a man of understanding with God can be done through his word and through prayer. The second opportunity is to be a man of understanding with your wife by continuously drawing out her heart. A note in the third, fourth, and fifth point is agape means Jesus' self-sacrificial love. So I'm going to put that in there every time I read the word agape. Colossians 2:2 reads, we want our hearts to be encouraged and joined together in agape, which means Jesus' self-sacrificial love, so that we may have all the riches of complete understanding and have the knowledge of God's mystery, Christ. The opportunity is you can become united through supporting each other, experiencing all the riches of a relationship with Jesus. Colossians 3:12-13 reads, this is point 4, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and dearly agape, Jesus' self-sacrificial love, clothe yourselves with a heart of mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, bearing with one another and forgiving one another if anyone has a grievance against another. Just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also are to forgive. The opportunity is the best way to agape each other is with mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. The second opportunity is to heal the wounds which will show up through forgiveness. You don't really get to move forward unless you forgive each other and avoid the bitter roots. Now these two are tied together, so I lumped them into one point just because they're so deeply connected. Hebrews 5:7 reads, during his earthly life, Jesus offered prayers and appeals with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death, and he was heard because of his reverent submission. I'll say that one more time. He was heard because of his reverent submission. The opportunity is your reverent submission will empower the answers from God about your prayers. And this verse basically you're going to read everywhere is like the main go-to verse for marriage, but I'll explain why it's the main go-to verse and help provide some greater understanding for you. Ephesians 5:25-27 reads, husbands, agape your wives, Jesus' self-sacrificial love your wives, just as Christ self-sacrificially loved the church and gave himself for her to make her holy, cleansing her with the washing of water by the word. He did this to present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or anything similar, rather holy and blameless. The opportunity is your continuous reverential submission to Christ will strengthen your agape for your wife, your Jesus self-sacrificial love, which will in turn provide her peace and embolden her submission to you. The best way to understand this is the husband puts in 2 parts Jesus self-sacrificial love, Jesus agape, 1 part submission, and the wife puts in 2 parts submission, 1 part Jesus self-sacrificial love. And the way the husband makes it effective is he reverently submits to Christ, and that's what emboldens and empowers his agape to his wife, because the more he submits to Christ, the greater godly he is, and the more loving he is in every way. I hope this really helped. I hope you had a great time, and I hope this really helps you make a better relationship with your spouse. In his name, have a great time.